Alright, so I just got done trimming my first mug. It's looked just like this on the surface, but now that I trimmed it, it's revealing that mixed clay a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a burnish with my polished rock here. It's a little bit on the wet side, so we'll see how this works, but I'm really enjoying the super smooth surface, the raw clay without glaze on the outside, with the contrasting color glaze on the inside. So I'm just holding my my polished rock just in one location here, and I'm just pressing gently all the way down into the surface of the clay. And what this does is aligns all the particles of the clay, so the harder, slightly larger particles of the clay get pushed down below, and it aligns everything on the surface. So it actually, when you do it when it's leather hard, and truly leather hard, it'll make it look like marble, and it just feels really smooth and nice. So a year and a half ago or so, when I started burnishing my cups, I was doing it by hand, and that was just a little silly. And I could just do it all together when I'm trimming, when the clay is leather hard, and use my stone here to do all that work for me. And then I'm going to go and feel it with my finger. I can feel where it's been burnished well, where I need a little more pressure, and I'm going to go ahead and leave that lip on the bottom slightly untrimmed and unburnished, and I'll cover that part with glaze, I think. So I'll bring the glaze down the lip and on the inside, so the outside's coming over onto the inside. Other way around, the inside's going to be coming over onto the outside. Alright, and let's see how this looks. So this year for my students, I was trying to help them make the removing after trimming a little easier, because we use water to seal the piece down to the wheel head. The trick that I've been doing after I flood my basin and tap and center my piece, I actually use a dry sponge to remove all of the moisture from around the lip. And then when I use my fresh clay chalks to seal it down, I really make sure they're kind of a little bit on the dry side and not too sticky. And I also don't make them too big. So just a little ball of clay together on each side, so there's only 4. And now when I'm removing it, I'm kind of condensing the clay together, and I wiggle it back and forth, and then when it comes off, it just actually comes off without being stuck. And I've got 2 more pieces to trim here, so I'm going to gather all my wet clay and just set it aside, and I'll reuse the same clay for the chalk there. Now, there was a suction seal here, so what I'm going to do is just grab it with my hands gently and twist, release, and then I can see how she looks here. And I'll just dip my finger in a little bit of water, not too much, and I'm just going to smooth the lip just a little bit. And because I took the time to kind of set up my situation with not too much water and sticky clay holding it down, even though this clay is a little bit on the wet side, it was pretty leather but not quite all the way, it still worked really well. And again, I'm choosing intentionally not to carve the foot ring, just making sure I have enough of a flat space so that it rests flat and doesn't wobble. But when you hold it in your hand like this, it just feels really, really nice. So I'm going to play around with trimming these up, and then we'll do another video of picking which handles to use and attaching the handles a little later.